Hello everyone, my name is Finn and I'm from the SDM Foundation. And today we will be talking about, and be giving you a brief overview into Audacity. So here we have Audacity, and now essentially Audacity is a completely free and open source software that is used to record and edit audio. So a common name for this type of software is called a DAW. So Audacity is a DAW. DAW, Digital Audio Workstation. Now, the job of a DAW is to take your audio recording and put it on a computer and lets you manipulate and edit audio through the computer. Now, there's a lot of DAWs that are used today. A lot of them cost money, but like I said, the great part of Audacity is that it is free and open source. Some examples of other digital audio workstations are Logic, Pro Tools, Reaper, Ableton, FL Studio. A lot of DAWs out there, but Audacity is a great intro to using DAWs, given that it is simple and pretty much anyone can pick up on it. It's free and available online, available on Mac, Linux, and PC, so it's widely available. And there's a lot of features that you can do with it. So if we go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing that we got to do, and we're going to be showing you today, is how to install Audacity. And I'm going to be showing you how to install this both on Mac and on Windows. So we're going to go to Google. I'm just using Chrome. You can use any browser you'd like. I'm just going to type in Audacity, press enter, and you're going to see pretty much the first link, audacityteam.org. So you're going to click that link, then you're going to click download Audacity, or you can go up here to downloads and then select the system that you're on. So we're going to click Mac. Now once we click here, it's going to start downloading automatically, so your download will start in a second. Now that is downloaded, since we're on Chrome, we're just going to click this here, or you can go into your downloads folder and you'll see that it's on here as well. But since we're on Chrome, we're just going to click this. Now this window will pop up, and now we just need to move Audacity into our applications folder. So we're going to left click on Audacity and drag it here and let go. And now let's search for Audacity, and it should be installed right here. And we're going to click open, and here we go. Sorry, I have two monitors, so the apps are loading on the other one, but here we go. Audacity is now fully up and running. So like I said, a DAW, the purpose of a DAW is to take your analog signal, right? So the signal from your voice, and convert it into a digital signal. Now, your microphone picks up your sound waves coming from your mouth. It changes that into an electrical signal. And then your interface in your computer or in the microphone converts that into a digital signal, and then it is the DAW's job to process that and put it on the computer and make it so you can edit it. Now, here we are in Audacity. So if we look here on the bottom left, this is the first thing that we're going to be focused on, and this is called the project rate or the sample rate. So when you record audio, like I said, in order for the computer to be able to use that audio and record it, it takes samples of your signal. So, for example, right now we have our project rate set at 44.1K. So that means that every second the computer takes 44,100 samples of the audio signal and then stitches them together. Now, there is a law, physical law, that states if you want to recreate any frequency perfectly, audio frequency perfectly, you must use double the sampling rate that you're trying to record. For example, if you are trying to record a 2 Hertz signal, you'll need a sampling rate of 4. If you're trying to record a 60 Hertz signal, you'll need a sampling rate of 120. Now, typically on average, the human ears are designed to hear between 20 and 20,000 hertz. So in order to reach all of that range, we need to have a sampling rate of 44,000. That way it can pick up all the frequencies and be able to capture them perfectly. So the default here is 44,100. We can go higher, we can go lower, but this is the default and this is okay for now. If I would suggest going higher, if you're working with music, you might use 48 or 96K, but those often are for a lot higher end audio systems, and it's very hard to tell the difference, but 44.1K is perfect for now. Alright, so now we are on our Windows machine, our Windows computer, and I'm going to be showing you how to install Audacity on Windows. So we're going to go, I'm just on Chrome here, but we're going to go to your default browser, whatever browser you want to use. We're going to type in Audacity. Right here, you can see it come up. Now we're going to click this first link again, like I said, audacityteam.org. We're going to click that blue link, left click. We're going to go to downloads, and now we're going to go to Windows this time. Now it's just going to take a second to download. Alright, now we can click here. I'm going to left click. Now it's still done downloading. Alright, so we're going to click it since it's done. Now we're going to click yes. We're going to click English or whatever language you want to use. In my case, it's English. We're going to click next. We're going to click next. This is the installation folder that it's going to be installing under. If you don't know what to do, just leave it as default. Most of the time you just want to leave it at the default settings. So we're just going to click next. Here, if you want to create a desktop shortcut, so it would appear here on your desktop whenever you load into your desktop. Now we're going to click install. Now it's just going to take a second. We're going to click next. Now we're going to launch Audacity. We're going to click finish. Alright, here we are in Audacity for Windows, and as you can see, everything pretty much kind of looks the same. And now we can get started with our tutorial. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get ready to start recording our audio clip, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So here we are, we're going to go up to the top left here, and we can see how we see a bunch of buttons. So this is, for example, pause. These ones are kind of grayed out, but once we actually record something, you'll see that they're pressable. But it's like playing, so we can play from the beginning or play from where we ever set this kind of green arrow. This is stop, so for recording we can press stop. This is moving the playhead back to the beginning of the audio clip. This is skipping to the end, and then this is going to be that's going to be recording, and then this is going to loop whatever audio you're using. So we're going to go ahead and press this button and it'll start recording. Hello, hello, hello. This is Finn, and I'm showing you guys how to record on Audacity. Now, I just pressed space there to stop recording, but there's also another way you can stop recording. So if we click record again, hello, hello, hello. This is take 2 on how to use Audacity, and we're going to press this square to stop recording. And now we can see it stopped recording. Now if we play and stop recording, it just keeps adding on from left to right. And this is a really good advantage of having a DAW, is that you can record little snippets and then it ties it all together for you. So if let's press space, and that's going to play from this green thing, and so that's going to be from the beginning. Hello, hello, hello. This is Finn, and I'm showing you guys how to record on Audacity. Hello, hello, hello. This is take. And we can see that it stitches it together for us. Now we can also see that when something's playing, hello, hello, hello. We see that kind of vertical line sliding across the screen now. These are the sound waves that were recorded here, and right now we're recording in stereo. So stereo means that there's going to be a signal for the left channel and the right channel. So up here's the left, down here's the right, and this is the signal for each. So something like a stereo microphone will have two pickups, one for the left side and one for the right side. Now, it looks like since this microphone only has one pickup, the signal is the exact same for each side. So we have the same here, and yeah. So we're gonna play from the beginning and just kind of see. We're gonna go up here. We need to change our audio levels. So we're gonna pay attention to up here as it plays.
This is Finn, and I'm showing you guys how to record on Audacity.
Now, as we could see, as the audio clip is playing, it's kind of staying sort of between like 42 and 36.
Hello. This is Finn, and I'm showing you guys how to record on.
Yeah, so kind of between 48 and 36. It's kind of like staying in between there. We need changes. We're gonna need this audio level to be louder. So we're gonna be using something called gain. Now, what gain is it essentially changes the sensitivity of the source or of the signal. Now that can be either in post, so which is kind of what we're doing now, is where we record and then we change the gain later on, or we can do it beforehand. So we can actually, if you're, for example, in a live scenario, you can set the gain on the mic beforehand, and that will affect the sensitivity of the recording. Now, gain is sort of different than volume. I wouldn't think of gain as volume. I would think of gain more as sensitivity with the microphone. And so, for example, our mics are built different, so mics will need different levels of gain. So one microphone might need very little gain just to get enough signal for you to listen to, while another microphone might need a lot of gain. So it really depends on the kind of mic you're getting. But with gain, you're aiming to kind of get your audio level sort of around this area. So between like 24 and 12, maybe 6 sometimes. You kind of want it to be in the light green to yellow area, and we can see right now our audio signal is very low.
Hello. This is Finn, and
how it's nowhere near that. So over here on the left hand side, we're going to adjust our gain, and we'll notice that it gets louder, but what we're really doing is kind of affecting the sensitivity of the microphone. And it does make it louder, but I would think of it more as making the mic more sensitive. So we're going to adjust the gain here, and we're going to notice how this bar will kind of gradually move up as we move the gain.
Hello. This is Finn, and I'm showing you guys
how to record on Audacity. Hello. This is take 2 on how to use Audacity. Hello. This is Finn, and I'm showing you guys how to record on Audacity. Hello. This is take. Hello. This is Finn. Yeah, so I think that's good for now. We can see that as it plays, it's sort of in like the very light green to kind of yellow area on those peaks. Hello. And yeah. So yeah, we're going to leave that there for now. And yeah, I'll put up there. Like I said, when you're adjusting for gain, you want the audio to kind of be here, like between like 24, 18, 12 and 6. 6 is only for the peaks. So if you say maybe like a plosive, or if you say something loud, and then 24 would kind of be for like the quiet stuff, but you kind of want it kind of between dancing in that area. Hello. This is Finn, and I'm showing you guys how to record. So that sounds good. And like I said, it's different than volume. Volume is just kind of playing this louder. So I would always adjust the gain beforehand, and then you can later on adjust the volume. You just want to get the gain so that way the levels here, when you're looking back on it, are kind of in that area between yellow and green. All right, so now I guess we're gonna. I'm just gonna say a few lines. I'm gonna record this into Audacity, and then I'm going to show you how I'm gonna record it, and then I'm gonna be editing it. So it's a little project that we're gonna be doing. So I'm just gonna be saying a few lines into the mic, and then I'll show you guys how to cut up the audio clip, and then I'll show you how to edit it, and then we'll also export it later too. All right, so like I said, we're going to press that red button. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. All right, cool. So this is the clip that we're gonna be using for now, and so let's have a listen to it, and first let's adjust the gain. So we'll press spacebar to play. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. All right, cool. Yeah, so I just added gain to that. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. Cool. Sounds good. So now let's zoom in here. If we zoom in here, we can make the audio clip appear much larger if we want to work. But and I'm just doing this by holding down the command button. I'm on Mac, so I'm holding down a command. On Windows, it would be Control, and then I'm scrolling. So we have our audio clip. We just adjusted for gain. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Twisted. Now, one thing I forgot to mention before is you can quick play a certain area by clicking over it. So if we click here, the fish twisted and turned jumps over the lazy dog. Press the pan. So yeah, if you click, it just immediately starts playing there. I think that's it. Or if you're playing, brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. If you pause, the playhead stops there, and then when you press space, it goes back to the beginning. But if you want to pause it, if you want to play it in the middle, brown fox jumps and you want to pause it, lazy dog. So that way, every time you pause it, you don't have to start from the beginning. You can just pause it and unpause it here. The small, and you can bring the playhead back by clicking that or just pressing space. All right, so yeah, we're gonna listen to the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. All right, so now I'm gonna be showing you guys what cutting is. So let's take out this first saying, the first phrase I said. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. All right, cool. Let's cut it right there. Now let's say I don't want to have that in my final saying. So I just paused. I'm going to drag it with my mouse. I'm going to hold left click and drag over the part I don't want anymore. Now we see that this part is highlighted. Now I'm going to click edit. And then I'm going to click cut. Now what that did, the small pup, now what that did essentially is that it removed whatever I took. The small pup gnawed. So now it starts from the second sentence I said. Now if you want to go back, we can press Command Z and it brings it back. Even in the middle, let's say I want this second saying. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So we're going to mark this there and highlight this second saying I said. Now we're going to click edit, cut. Now that brings back that section. The fish twist, so if we play from the beginning, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Cool. Now we can see how we have this grade section. If we press play, it's going to play from that gray section and stop. A hole. Yes, it's going to play from this gray section until it stops. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. If we want to click out, we just click out of there. Cool. So now I'll show you guys how to move audio clips. So if we want to slide this clip over, we can do that. We can grab here on top of this white bar and it will move the clip over, right? Let's say like I wanted to record something. Testing, 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 1, 2, 3. And I wanted this audio clip over back at the beginning. And actually, we click copy, so Command C. Then we can move over here, Command V, and it moves back there. And we can slide it to time 0. And now the copy will play at the end. It'll snap back together. Alright, so here we have our final audio track. Let's just go ahead and listen to it before we export it. Remember, we added gain to it, and we also cut out that second line that we took. So we're going to press space to listen back. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. Sounds good. All right. Now, like I said, this is a very beginner level kind of intro to Audacity. There are a lot more features within Audacity, but this is just kind of a very simple overview on how to use it. Like, for example, some things that we didn't touch on today are effects, using multi-layer tracks, right? So actually we can, if we want, we can add new tracks, either a mono track like this, so we just have one channel, or we can add like a stereo channel, so left and right, stuff like that. And you can also mute the tracks. So if you're, like I said, we didn't do this today, but if you're recording, like, let's say a song using Audacity, you can have like each instrument under separate tracks, like bass, guitar, drums, piano, stuff like that, and you can have it on different tracks, and it'll all play at the same time. Yeah, like I said, since this is an overview, we're not going to go that far in depth, but this is just sort of a tutorial that kind of give you a sneak peek into what Audacity is. So we are gonna go ahead and let's finish this file, and then let's actually export it. So we're gonna click export. Now you get to choose what kind of file you want to use. So as here we have some presets like MP3, WAV, and OGG. Most of the time I would either say use WAV or MP3. WAV is uncompressed, but the downside to that is that it takes up a lot of storage. So MP3 is really good if you're doing like a podcast and you're publishing it that way, or if you're using a song and you want to export it as an MP3, it'll be compressed and it'll save on storage. WAV is really good. Like I said, since it's uncompressed, you're not really losing any detail, but you are using up a lot more storage compared to MP3. But WAV is good for, like I said, if you're making a high recording song, or if you're going to be transferring this into another DAW or into another piece of software that you're going to be using, I would suggest using WAV. For example, if you record a video and use this as the audio for the video, I would suggest use WAV and then put it into your video editor or something like that. But for the sake of today, we're just going to use MP3. Like I said, for casual use, you can just use MP3. So we clicked File and then Export MP3. Now let's just call this SDM tutorial. And here we can name it. And let's put it on our desktop for now. MP3, and then also here you can select the quality that you want to do. So medium is 145 to 185 kilobits per second. This is basically how much detail is in the song, or sorry, in the recording. So we're just do standard for now, which is probably okay. Like I said, if you want a really good high quality recording, like if you're doing a song and you want to keep it in MP3 form factor, you could probably go up to 320 kilobits. But since this is just speech and audio, we're just going to do standard. So we're going to click save. And now here is a really good, if you're, like I said, doing a song, you can put in the information for the song here. So artist name, I'll just put my name. Track title, I'll just call it SDM. Album title, we'll just call it SDM track number 1. Years 2023. Genre, let's call it podcast. Stuff like that. And now you can save these on presets. So if you're recording an album, you can make a preset for your album and then export all the songs, and it'll give it all these tags. We're going to click OK, and then that's going to export. And now if we go into our Finder, let's look under Desktop. So we're going to look in our folder. We see desktop and we play it. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. press the pants and sew a button on the vest. Alright, and there you go. And that is your finished product. And like I said, you can use Audacity for a lot more. If you're just for the sake of today, we're just using a quick podcast audio sample. But it's open source, so you can see like the source online for it. It's free, and it's a great intro if you want to start recording audio by yourself. And that being said, thank you for watching.